Halito! Amankana Chimachukma! Ayok Pochi Dreamwalk. Good morning. Welcome to Dreamwalk. We got quite a day coming up. Quite an interview. You got Buffy Sainte-Marie. The 11 o'clock hour. Can you believe it? I'm still in shock. Like I'm in some weird community radio dream. With the angel like Buzz, our engineer, and a cherub like Steve Baker. Couldn't live without them. So thank you, Jimmy Grimes, for warming him up this morning. You know, getting him all loosened up so I can just slide on in and make it happen. What a good kid he is. We would like to thank, for the 10 o'clock hour, Big O Tires, with independently owned tire and automotive stores throughout Northern California and Northern Nevada. Providing brake service, alignment, suspension repair, oil changes, and scheduled vehicle maintenance. Locations are online at bigotires.com. And Pete's Pizza has a new tap house at 114 West Main Street, Grass Valley, with 16 new beers and handmade, stone-baked gourmet pizzas by the slice and pizza to order with gluten-free crust options, plus salads, subs, appetizers, and more. Also in Nevada City on Commercial Street. Pete's-pizza.com. Doctors Jerry Chan and Lisa Moon, Stephanie Kirschbaum, and Christy Jackson, optometrists, providing family vision care and offering eyeglass and contacts with Optical Lab on premises, serving Nevada County for 37 years. The doctors are located at 360 Sierra College Drive, Suite 100, 530-273-3190.
Dig it.
And look who is in studio on mic 2, Michael Ben. Welcome, Michael Ben. Welcome to Dreamwalk. This is KVMR FM Nevada City, KCPC Camino.
Possible.
So today's phrase of the day, keeping it simple. You might know this one, Michael Ben. The phrase of the day is halito. What does that mean?
Chimachukma. Halito Chimachukma.
What does halito mean? It means hello.
Hello. It also kind of means bless you or thank you. No, that's hello.
Yeah, that's hello. Thank you for joining this conversation, Michael Ben. I don't know how I would have made it through the morning without you.
You got it.
So did you hear about all the big news today? Buffy Sainte-Marie's on 11. The article is in the Prospector. So my name is in print. I'm somebody. I'm something. But you know what else I am?
Full of baloney.
Full of baloney and get into the music.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back at you.
Kavnash palapit Sagini kavnash keshish yechu Ovalara kanagash pilolu Imonane kafel kranashit Tuliki tubitashito Mishashagalani Imonane kafel kranashit Tuliki tubitashito Mishashagalani Lanani Lanani Sagini Kavinash Palapit Sagini Kavinash Keshish Yechu Ovalara Kanagash Pilolu Imonane Kafel Kranashit Tuliki tubitashito Mishashagalani Imonane kafel kranashit Tuliki tubitashito Mishishaga lanani, lanani, lanani.
Hawi ne kai na we are here. Kayuani kayue, kayuani kayue, we here. Hawi ne kai na we are here. Kai na we are here. Kayuani kayue, kayuani kayue, we here. Hawi ne kai na we are here. Kayuani kayue, kayuani kayue, we here. Hawi ne Wehiyo, hawi ne, guy, now we are here, guy, now we are here. Kayuani, Kayue, Kayuani, Kayue, Wehiyo, hawi ne, guy, now we are here.
On the KVMR Evening News.
This is the fourth consecutive year of the California drought, and most of the states feeling its impacts. Operation Unite and KVMR are broadcasting the next drought show on Monday, July 13th at 6 p.m. We'll be discussing what can happen if too many people experience water shortage in a community. You will meet a Board of Supervisor from San Luis Obispo County, a director from the Washington Department of Ecology, our very own manager of the Nevada County Operation of Emergency Services, and finally, it all comes together with a continued dialogue with the American Planning Association. What happens if too many of us start losing our water supply? Tune in Monday, July 13th at 6 p.m. right here on 89.5 FM. And don't forget to download the Periscope.tv app. You will need it to pitch questions and go behind the scenes of our live broadcast. Brought to you by Operation Unite and KVMR.
That's this coming Monday night at 6 o'clock right here on KVMR. And don't forget, every morning at 9 a.m., we have a special water and drought issues report for you. Water is a many splendored thing. That 9 a.m. morning feature will be continuing through July 19th.
Halito, Amankana. Hello, my friends. We are back. And in studio for a live spoken word piece is the birthday boy, Johnny Moses. Welcome, Johnny Moses.
Thank you.
I'm so thrilled you're here. You're one of my all-time favorites.
Thank you very much.
Because I know I'll learn something. I know I will laugh. I know that I get to just absorb all the colors that you're wearing. It's good times. It's good times. And again, you're here with Chairman Ryberg, and next to each other, it's federally recognized Indian in the bright blue colors and all the abalone beads, and then the non-federally recognized Indian and the T-shirt and the tattoo.
Big and fat.
Big and fat with the, what is it, Outlaws T-shirt.
Round and close to the ground.
Brown, round, close to the ground. That needs to be a bumper sticker. So, Johnny, would you like to share a story with us this morning, please, pretty please?
Sure, of course. This is a story of the skunk, the Indian doctor skunk, and the mole grandmothers. And I always tell it in my language, and if you're listening out there, you may say habu when I stop talking.
Habu.
That means we are listening.
Habu.
Long ago, there lived a skunk.
Habu.
He was a very powerful medicine man.
Habu.
He'd go to visit all the animal people, and there he'd tell them,
Habu.
plug up your house, plug it up with pitch, and plug up all the holes and everything, and I will share my important message with you.
Habu.
And then he'd ask him, are you ready for my message? And he'd enter their house, and they'd plug up
Habu.
the holes and cracks in the house, and there,
Habu.
he said, are you ready for my important message? And they'd say, hey, yes. And there he'd turn around, shakatetkad, spoopudi, and he'd raise his tail and shoot his power out.
Habu.
And that power was called a spoopudi,
Habu.
translated as the fart power.
Habu.
Everybody would die. He would go from house to house, all the animal people, killing the bunny people, the deer people, everybody. Well, the mole grannies heard about this.
Habu.
They said, "You can't just go around killing everybody. We're going to fix you."
Habu.
And the meanest doctoring people are old grannies, you know. And so these two grandmas, they lived in a mound house. The entrance is on the top.
Habu.
And you had to climb down ladder to get to the house.
Habu.
They heard the skunk coming. There he was traveling.
Habu. Habu.
That's how they knew he was close by his fart power. There he yelled down the hole at the mound house, and he said, "Are you ready for my important message?"
Habu.
And the mole granny says, "Oh yes, we're ready for your important message.
Habu.
Come on down, skunk."
Habu.
So Skunk climbed down the ladder, down through the entrance of the mound house, down the ladder, and he got halfway down, and the two grannies, they had built a big fire in the middle of the house. They grabbed the skunk and they pulled him down and sat him on the hot rocks
Habouch.
and cauterized you know what.
Woo, Habu.
There, old people say now this skunk could not kill nobody anymore with his big hole. Because the mole grannies cauterized it. And he had just a little tiny hole, and he could just do a little spray now today. And that is what has happened to the very powerful medicine man. And that is all.
Don't go sleep. Hey, ati kotil sawala ho. Digi ko kotil sawa. Digi ko kotil sawa. Weya weya weya. Ya heya weya ho. Weya weya weya. Heya weya weya ho. Weya weya weya. Hey, away, home. Way away, hey, away, home. Hane pinye chikomo, ha de shiye, la de continue ni contil tlada, que di coniglia. Ha pinye chiko, ha shidate somos. Ece daştıya, ece daştıya, ece daştıya, ece daştıya, toko sleep. Hey, ate kontin savala ho, toko sleep. Hey, ate kontin savala ho, niko kontin savala. Digi ko kotil sawa. Weya weya weya. Heya weya ho. Weya weya weya. Heya weya weya ho. Weya weya weya. Heya weya ho. Weya weya weya. Heya weya weya ho. Hey shiya. Na hon koste hashilke wanelo 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 haje haze haje haze haje haze haje haze hadahunige dahnollen hadahunige dahnollen hodini dahnollen togo sleep. Hey, ate kontil sawala ho. Don't go sleep. Hey, ya te kontil sawana. Tiko kotil sawa. Tiko kotil sawa. Hey, ya, hey, ya, hey, ya. Hey, ya, hey, ya, home. Hey, ya, hey, ya, hey, ya. Hey, ya, hey, ya, hey, ya, home. Hey, ya, hey, ya, hey, ya. Hey, ya, hey, ya, home. Hey, ya, hey, ya, hey, ya. Hey, ya, hey, ya, hey, ya, home. Hane binye chikong. Ha ha de shi ye ya. La de ko ding yin ni ko de la da. Ke di ko ni ya. Ha ha binye chiko ha ye shi da de so. Beche da shte ya. Beche da shte ya. Beche da shte ya. Beche da shte ya. Don't go sleep. Hey, ya te kontin sawana. Don't go sleep. Hey, ya te kontin sawana. Digo kotil sawa. Digo kotil sawa. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Hey ya, hey ya, home. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, home. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Hey ya, hey ya, home. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, home. Hey shinya de. No koste ha shilke. When it long, when it long. When it long, when it long. Ajay hazi, ajay hazi, ajay hazi, ajay hazi. Adahunige, dahunolem. Adahunige, dahunolem. Wadini. Don't go sleep. Hey, ya te kontin sawana. Don't go sleep. Hey, ya te kontin sawana. Digo kotil sawa. Digo kotil sawa. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Hey ya, hey ya, home. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, home. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Hey ya, hey ya, home. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, home. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya.
Lord of mercy. Welcome back to Dreamwalk here on KVMR FM, Nevada City. We have a full studio, and Michael Ben loves a full studio because it feels like he's got friends.
Mm-hmm. It's not that often I have friends, but when they're here, it's really special.
Yeah, we all special. So I have every mic on. I'd like to introduce the Elder Coyote.
Hey.
Go down the line.
Kathy Sundown.
Kathy. Hi.
This other guy, I can't remember his name.
I think it's like Jimmy Molehill.
Jimi Hendrix Hill.
Jonathan Megan.
My aliases.
I know, we just blew his cover. The one and only Johnny Moses and my Iki Michael Ben. My father, Michael Ben. We're all here, and I, Miss Jiff.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a bunch of local announcements, tribal announcements, all kinds of stuff. So would you like to start us off there, Michael?
Okay, Universal Record. Well, first of all, good morning, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to KVMR FM Nevada City. Universal recording artist J. Ross Pirelli, along with a panel of professionals including KVMR's Cynthia Tweed, will discuss techniques in social marketing and branding to grow your business on Wednesday, July the 8th, 6 to 8 p.m. at the State Theater, 985 Lincoln Way in Auburn. Visit livefromauburn.com. And music fills the ears and air.
It does.
Every Sunday afternoon at Commons Beach in Lake Tahoe City through Labor Day weekend. Concerts are family-friendly, non-smoking events that offer live music, plus food vendors and children's playground, including Samba Day on July the 12th from 4 to 7 p.m. Visit TahoeCity.com, which has the full schedule of entertainment. And there's a tribal potluck dinner next week about 2 o'clock on July the 17th. And the Sayaka Maidu have invited, and they've confirmed Mary Youngblood, Lawrence Laughing, Bear Fox, JT, John Trudell has agreed to come if he feels up to it. And we have invites out to Buffy Sainte-Marie. So you're all invited to come on and join the potluck and just hang out in Indian time. For more information, 274-7497. That'll be at Sycamore Ranch, which we call Kulu, on July the 17th.
Now, is there going to be a legible copy of this I can put on our Dreamwalk KVMR Facebook? Or is it kind of like if you don't hear it right now, you don't go to the potluck?
Well, you can put it with Johnny Moses' poster because he used handwritten stuff and he got by with it. So I'd like to just stop being less professional.
No, but he's Johnny Moses. What do you not get? He can do whatever he wants. You haven't got there yet. I haven't got there yet.
Okay. All right, I'll make it more legible.
No, it's good. Or you can type something. But yeah, we'll let everybody know. So, and it's next Thursday. No, next Friday.
Next Friday, starting around 2. So there's a lot of people there.
Now, is it at till end time? Like if you show up at 6, is that okay or what?
It probably should be. It's going to be right on the river. They got the grass and the sycamore trees, and it's really pretty there. And
the grinding rocks?
Yeah, we'll just hang out and have a good time.
So 2 p.m. till question mark.
Mm-hmm. Well, yes.
Sober event. No drugs or alcohol.
All tribal events are drug and alcohol free.
But you have to, I feel like you have to announce that so people really understand. Oh, yeah. Let's not go chug a 40 and go hang out with JT.
Yeah, we're trying to get our act together.
I like the word trying. It is trying. So, Coyote.
What?
You got any bits to add to this nonsense?
Well, I just thought that we needed people to come and it's just the way that we do traditionally. If there are people visiting in the area and these people are here for some other reason, but they're in the area, so we're going to invite them to dinner. And so everybody comes and just visits with them.
Sounds great. Are you excited, Michael Ben? Is Johnny Moses going to be there?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay, good.
I plan to be.
So, Kaida, you talk a lot about being a human being and the old instructions, original instructions that we get. Can you recollect some about how we treat guests? How important that is?
Well, yes. Anytime you go to someone's home, they welcome you and they give you a drink of water. And then they make you comfortable and offer you food. It's customary that whenever we go to visit each other, we always do that. We always try to bring a little bit of food. So that's where the potluck comes. We always bring food to them too. And so when we leave, they'll even give you a gift when you leave, you see. Which is customary to do that to everyone. So these are old customs that we still try to keep moving, and because our children are picking up some bad habits out there in America, and they forget how to be courteous to people, how to be respectful, and so it's just a reminder that we like to do that for the children because it's their education, so they know who they are.
One thing I really like about you coming to town, Coyote, is you remind us of some basic things that either we weren't taught and we're trying to figure out, or that we learned. and that's one of them. Appreciate that about you.
Thank you.
Anything else you want to say?
Well, the other thing that I wanted to mention beyond that dinner is then we're planning and working down at Kulu on the ceremonial grounds, because we're going to be adding a healing ceremony this year. And so we're inviting people from different communities to come, and we have some special people coming. On the first day, I have an old friend I met at Alcatraz time in San Francisco, and I got famous, but he's just an old hippie then, Peter Coyote. And so he's agreed to come and share time with the people up here, and he's a good friend of Gary Snyder's, so they were all in San Francisco during the late 60s and that time in the history of the state. And it's good to have him come up here, because he's a kind of a coyote. He's a troublemaker. He always is advocating for different things, and so he's done a lot of film, but he's just a coyote, that's all, and a lot of fun. I first met him, he came to town, he had a puppy with him.
A puppy?
Yeah, it was a coyote.
Oh, a coyote puppy?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Used to travel with him all the time, so he'd come down out of he was up in the commune, up in the northern part of the state, and he'd come down to San Francisco, see where he could start up there, because him and Gary Snyder and Peter Berg, who just passed recently, he went on to be a film producer in Hollywood, but these were all hippies them days, and everybody was looking down at them, but they became well-known people in many areas of society today, and so it's kind of looking at full circle. It's just good. It's just good because he's the kind of people that we like to come, and we've been around a while and been in and out of the movements and everything else, and yet it's a part of our society that we've never understood, because no one gave us the information on it, because they didn't want us around. You see, and so it's good to have him come back and just be who he is, and it's going to be helpful to us.
So you're talking about Indigenous Peoples Day, which is the second weekend in October,
right,
yeah?
Right.
And I hear also through the winds that some other group of people, a group of men are coming, dancers are coming.
Yeah, these are something that we have them here in this area here, up north in the mountains. But because of our deaths in families, they couldn't have a ceremony. And then to finish the 1 year, then someone else passed away, so it's 2 years since they've had ceremony. And so some of the California bears said that they would come and do healing ceremony, not only for the bears and their families, but for the whole community, because that's the way they do things. And so I've worked with them for a number of years, so it's good. I know all of them, and they're very committed people. They like to joke around like John Moses does, but that's part of the healing, that laughter.
So we don't usually work on Native people don't usually work on a schedule written in stone, like, per se. So if there is a ceremony that something's done, if there's a death in the family, we put things aside and honor them by not doing it. Yeah.
Right.
So who are the California Bears?
They're individuals from different Indian communities up and down the state. And the old bears, such as Taylorsville and Yosemite, They're the old bears, we call them, because they've maintained that ceremony throughout time. So we can go back in history and we know the old ones that took care of it 100 years ago, you see. And then the new ones picked it up and took it on. But so when they come out, you're going to hear songs that you've heard before. If you're an Indian and with an Indian community, songs you hear before, because it's probably their song. But they were given songs from different communities to use in the healing. And so when we close, you're going to hear a Maidu song.
Yay.
The traveling song. That's the one that they close the ceremony with, because they're going to be traveling. And they're hoping everybody has a safe passage to their home. And everything is good when they get there, kind of a thing. So we always have to do the closing that way so that everyone is blessed when they leave the ceremony.
What a nice way. You have someone greeting you with when they come to your home, and then made feel comfortable, and then when they leave, you sing them a song.
Right.
That's pretty good. That's TP living, huh?
Yeah.
What?
Should we get to a song?
I think so.
Let Coyote catch his breath.
Okay.
It is such a joy. It is such a joy in the studio right now. I got some pretty heavy hitters. You know, this is like the A team. You know, this is no B game going on here today.
All right.
All right, let's get to some music. Thanks for listening.
When you're alone, staring at the ceiling, I'll think of you. We think of me too. And when you're in pain, remembering the past, I'll sing for you. Will you sing for me too? Way away, away, oh, yeah, yeah, way, oh, yeah, when way, oh, yeah, way, oh, yo, yo. And when you're afraid, remembering the past, I'll pray for you. Will you pray for me too? And when you're asleep, I'll sleep with no one beside you. I'll dream of you. Will you dream of me too? Way away, away, oh, yeah, yeah, way, oh, yeah, when way, oh, yeah, way, yo, yo, yo. Way away, away, oh, yeah, yeah, way, oh, yeah, when way, oh, yeah, way, yo, yo, way away, away, oh, yeah, yeah, way, oh, yeah, when way, oh, yeah, way, yo, yo, yo. And when I'm alone, staring at the ceiling, I'll miss you.
We are back. Are you present, Michael Ben? We have
That's
to
debatable.
sound off.
Yo.
Yo. Do you remember in
No.
in Yellow Submarine, the big tall apple carriers, they would count off 1, 2, 3. It's funny. I love Yellow Submarine. I can not stop referencing that movie in my life. I don't know why.
You were influenced by the blue meanies.
I am. Your blueness. See?
Your blueness.
Oh, so welcome back everybody. Johnny, let's talk about your little party. Your little party this
Yes.
weekend. It's a 2-day party.
Yes.
What?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to be sharing from the Northwest Coast and from Tulalip near Seattle, Washington. And in our area, we have epic stories, and which is not just talking story, but we dance the story, and we dance and sing the story. And so it's a participatory. We ask people to come and join and sing and dance with us. And you're dancing and singing the story, and they're genealogy stories, stories of our ancestors, and stories of history. And this one is a 2-day story, so it's still condensed because it's a lot of. So you have to get ready and do your stretching exercises and be ready to dance and sing because it's a lot of dancing, a lot of movement.
Exercise with talking. That's great.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So is it
Singing.
like my Vision Quest where I have to stay up all night, or do we get to go home and sleep and then come back for part 2?
The difference is you're not standing, just you're always moving, and so it's a continuous. But you do get a break, yeah.
So carb up.
We eat a lot, and then coast people, we love to eat. Our idea of fasting is
Eating a little bit.
Eating a little bit.
Amen. I love this guy. Do you see? Holy.
So there's going to be a lot of laughter and eating and dancing, and then we give to the story. We have a giveaway we call potlatch, which means to share. And so we feed the story because it's different ancestors we're talking about in the stories.
Wow.
That's how our people have preserved our history, is through the epic stories. Some of them go as long as 10 days, 15 days. Now a lot of people are out of shape now, so we just do the 2 days now. Or 1 day.
It's a different way of living, isn't it?
I'm
Sitting
blown
for a
away. Like, I can't wait to go witness this epicness.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I feel like growing up, maybe if you would have sung to me or danced to me, I might have listened to you. But no, I just got lectured. You never did like a round dance telling me to clean my room. You just yelled at me.
I didn't know any better. Mom went to boarding school, and I didn't learn all that stuff. I had to refine this path myself. So that's what happens.
Okay, well, from now on,
That turned out okay.
no more voicemails. You're going to communicate to me and dance like a bumblebee.
All right, you got it. Dun.
But he has a
I'll
stutter.
float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Yeah. Or what did I hear? Cherokee mysticism and Choctaw fisticism.
All right.
Well, go ahead, Father.
So you're going to be telling your epic story on July the 11th and 12th from noon till it gets dark?
Yes,
darkish?
until it's done. Mm-hmm.
And it's at the Sayaka Maidu Cultural Center, 5390 Highway 20 in Browns Valley. That's midway between Grass Valley and Yuba City. Mm-hmm. And we call it Kulu, but it's Sycamore Ranch RV Park.
Mm-hmm.
And there'll be signs and stuff for people to pull off, I'm assuming. Mm-hmm. Yeah? Okay.
It's kind of hard to miss.
I was just there a couple of days ago, and it was grassy and nice, and there's still water in the Yuba and still water in the creek, and the mosquitoes have all hit the road for the summer because it's too hot, and it's just nice down there. So
great.
Other than the good time, you'll have good environment to do these things.
What do we wear? Like sweatpants?
Is there any special things we do? Any special preparation?
You might want to bring a change of clothes because there's a lot of dancing and you will sweat, That's our only kind of sweat lodge that we have in the Northwest Coast is the dancing, or the only time we sweat is when our Indian check doesn't come in. but bring extra dry clothes, and
bring food to share.
Lots of water.
And it's your birthday, so bring presents.
Yes, of course.
Is there any present that you really want and no one's given it to you yet?
BMW?
Secret?
Yes, that. And a trip to the Bahamas. And
Okay.
Yeah, right. He wants all this, and instead he just gets sticks. Poor guy. Well, we want to thank Coyote, Kathy, and Johnny for being with us. We got to get to some station business, and stick around. We got a Buffy Sainte-Marie interview at around 11:05.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah,
Great.
see? So it's a pretty crazy little day here, KVMR Dreamwalk.
Before you go, can I ask a question?
Yes.
So, Coyote, have you met Buffy Sainte-Marie in the past? Because I know you've been around a long time, and she has too.
I almost did one time. we got arrested and were thrown in jail for taking over PG&E Employees Park after we did Latin National Park. And she came into town while we were in jail and did an impromptu concert in the middle of the street and stopped all traffic. So I didn't get to meet her, but she was there.
Oh, all right.
That is so awesome.
Wonderful.
Well, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Daddy-O, you got some pretty cool friends.
Yep.
All right.
All right. It'll be Heroes Weekend in Nevada County. So thanks for listening.
I am here with Denise Mitchell, registered nurse, and Kristen Bradley, registered dietitian. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's nice to be here again. Today, we'd like to talk about where to look for healthy food in the grocery store. Eating healthy can be our best defense in terms of preventing diabetes and other chronic conditions. It is also very helpful in keeping blood sugar under good control for those who are living with diabetes. Within the Native American communities, we know that type 2 diabetes is highly prevalent. 1 in 6 of Native people are currently living with type 2 diabetes, as opposed to the general population, which is closer to 1 in 13 people.
My doctor tells me I need to start eating healthy. I'm not a great cook, and I don't know what to buy at the grocery store. And I'm on a limited budget. Is there hope for someone like me? Huh?
Of course there's hope. First, your best bet is to stay around the perimeter of the store, except, not the bakery and not the fried chicken deli area. Look for your favorite fruits that are on sale. If possible, if you're able, purchase a couple pieces per person per day in your family. Or, maybe the frozen section has better prices. You could always get your fruit there. Then look for vegetables that you like that are on sale. They can be whole, pre-prepped, or frozen. Canned is okay if you buy the low-sodium version, or at least rinse them if you don't have any other options. You can make a salad, add vegetables to a soup or stew, saute them in a stir-fry, add them to omelets, make a burrito, tacos, or sandwiches. They can be eaten plain, or you could also dip vegetables in yogurt or hummus. And then you can look in the meat and fish section. You can always ask the butcher for some simple cooking instructions on how to prepare various types of meat if you're not sure what to do. And if you buy in bulk and cook it all and freeze some, that'll save you money and time later. And then another option is beans or other legumes. They're a great inexpensive protein option. For your starches, there's whole wheat bread, whole wheat pasta, brown rice, quinoa, or oatmeal. And things like the whole grains, if you buy them in the bulk section, those will be less expensive than if you buy them packaged.
Those all sound good, but all of my favorite foods are in the middle of the store.
Well, it can certainly be an adjustment to learn a new way of shopping and eating. Unfortunately, a lot of the foods in the center of the store are highly processed and are dangerous to our health. Home-prepared foods are delicious, and soon your taste buds will readjust and come to enjoy these healthy meals. A challenge for anyone who is not used to cooking is to try one new recipe each week from a cookbook, the internet, or a friend.
Denise, I think that's really, really important, the whole idea of just trying one new thing a week. We all kind of get stuck in our patterns and eat the same thing over and over.
Absolutely.
And so that really expands our horizon. When we shop around the perimeter of the store, what we generally end up buying is food that it's in its more natural form. It's closer to the earth. It's closer to what our native ancestors ate. And so really by starting to do this and starting to learn how to prepare meals, these small changes can make a really big difference over time. So there's a lot of hope for the Native American community where diabetes is prevalent, but it's not a tradition and it does not have to be the destiny.
That's amazing. And the work you guys are doing here with us is even more amazing. We will have recipes on our Chappaday Diabetes Wellness and Prevention Facebook. You can contact Chappaday Indian Health Diabetes Service if you live locally, the American Diabetes Association online, and contact your primary care physician. Well, I want to thank you ladies for coming, and we'll hear from you next week.
Thank you for having us on.
Thank you.
Don't you listen to them tell you they don't know your value. or the hell that you've been through. Just let them talk about you. You just have to be strong enough to make it on your own long enough before they'll see your worth. You don't have anything to prove to only yourself for what you need for you to get through. Accomplish what you choose. Just let them talk about you. Let them talk about you. Oh, let them talk about you. Oh, let them talk about you. Just let them talk about you. Oh, let them talk. Just let them talk about you. Stick out, make a statement, and don't be hesitating, 'cause you don't ever have to fall in line, 'cause it's your time is wasting, and we can't be always chasing what others think is our destination. Oh, me, I'm just trying to keep it real, not superficial. Oh, it's never been my best. Just let them talk about you. Let them talk about you. Oh, let them talk about you. Oh, let them talk about you. Just let them talk about you. Oh, let them talk. Oh, let them talk about you. Anything but me, and if you don't like it, you can kiss my oh yes. There'll always be the one who's haunting and making fun of the ones who they don't understand. Just let them talk about you. Oh, let them talk about you. Oh, let them talk about you. Just let them talk about you. Oh, let them talk about you. Let them talk about you. Oftentimes, they're the ones who want to be a little more like you. Just let them talk. Oh, let them talk. Oh, let them talk about you. Just let them talk. Let them talk.
That was our Kelly Jackson. Just let him talk about you.
She's still around?
Yes, she's playing shows, and vote for her for the Indigenous Music Award. She's up for Best Folk something, which doesn't make sense, and Best Single. So I did my voting. So we have a new announcement on Dreamwalk. Michael Ben, go ahead and go get a cup of coffee with Coyote, because me and Johnny Moses are going to take over from here.
Okay.
Now you know you're not getting paid, right?
Oh, of course. I
Okay.
know.
And you know what to do with all these buttons?
And your pay will be double next week.
Yes. Oh, I kid. So Michael Ben, let's wrap up this hour, huh?
Okay. And we will. And we will. For the 10 o'clock hour, we would like to thank Sierra Timberline, specializing in energy-efficient, innovative stoves, fireplaces, hot tubs, and stylish, eco-friendly indoor and outdoor home furniture for every budget. Open every day in the Home Center, Idaho Maryland Road, at the freeway, Grass Valley, online at sierratimberline.com. And by Sweetland Garden Supply in downtown North San Juan, offering certified organic soils from Black Gold and Sunshine Advanced, bulk vermifire direct to your door. Organic nutrients, compost tea, grow pots, veggie starts, and more. Open 6 days a week. 530-292-9000.
Dig it.
And by the Heart Center at Rideout. The Heart Center at Rideout includes state-of-the-art cardiac services that provide care to patients who have procedures such as coronary angioplasty, atherectomy, stents, and open heart surgery, including bypass and valve surgeries. More is online at Heart Center at rideout.org. And this is KVMR
FM,
Nevada City,
KCPC,
Camino.
Placerville.
Oh, and the program.
It's Dreamwalk.
Thanks for listening.
Still Dreamwalk. Okay, let's get to some business and we'll be right back at ya.
Hi, Tenali. How's it going?
Great. Such exciting times at KVMR right now. Our new building, new technology, house concerts, live video, and audio streaming. More community involvement.
So true, and so much happening. Such good energy and creative ideas at the station.
I'm Tenali Rennick, board member.
And I'm Diane McIntyre, also a board member.
Some of our fellow board members will be finishing their terms this fall, creating an opportunity for others in our community to offer their vision, leadership, knowledge, and personal commitment to your favorite community radio station.
If you have experience in business, public relations, fundraising, or strategic planning, we would love to have you join our board. Most importantly, we are looking for people who are committed to helping KVMR continue to evolve and be the voice of the community.
Maybe you are already part of the family of volunteers and would like to contribute in a new way. Or maybe you have been waiting for the right opportunity to offer your talents to KVMR. Either way, serving on the KVMR Board of Directors can be a fun and rewarding way to get involved.
For more information and an application form, go to kvmr.org or call the business office at 530-265-9073. We would love to talk to you about how you can help make a difference in KVMR's future by serving on the Board of Directors.
This is KVMR FM Nevada City, KCPC Camino. It is I, Miss Jiff, here with...
It is I, Michael Ben. I feel funny saying that.
You should. It's remedial.
It is funny.
See? Oh, you make Coyote giggle. It's precious. Usually I can't tell if he's, giggling or talking because he's got so much beard.
Yeah.
His facial expressions are hidden. Are you smiling? I can't tell. Is he mad? I have no idea.
Okay, can I ask you a personal question? Okay, Linda Ryberg got after you with some scissors and cut your beautiful eyebrows. You had landmark, stellar eyebrows, and she cut them. So do you feel like you lost any of your power or your sensitivity to the unseen world?
You can't track anymore?
Can you still find meat in the snowstorm,
Well, I was using, how a baseball cap shades your eyes?
Yeah.
That's what I was using them for.
I've always been jealous because I don't have hardly any eyebrows, and so to see somebody with some full developed eyebrows.
They go out fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Daddy, it took you 30 years to grow that little beard you have.
Yeah.
I remember one time he thought he had a chest hair and he was so proud and he looked down and it was just one of his head hairs that landed. Your day will come, Michael Ben. I promise. One more Sundance and you'll be hairy all over.
Okay, good. All right. So what else do we need to do so I can get out of the limelight here?
Well, all we're going to do is how do you introduce Buffy Sainte-Marie? It's kind of that thing like, what do they say? Without introduction or no introduction needed, or there's some cute little business term for that. It's Buffy freaking Sainte-Marie. We have 28 minutes of Buffy Sainte-Marie, and Skip Allen Smith.
Who?
Skip Allen Smith. It's this one guy that started this 18 years ago, and he's hiding in the mountains like a little
Hermit.
gnome. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I miss him. We'll see.
I forgot his name already.
How could you do that? You guys have been
No, I just talked to him yesterday.
chums for 10 years.
Yeah.
He doesn't let people
I
forget him.
I love Skip. He's my buddy.
Well, all we're really going to do is get to some Buffy Sainte-Marie music, lead into the interview, and let it ride. This will be up on the KVMR podcast the next couple days. Link to the Facebook at Facebook/Dreamwalk KVMR, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. All the information we said here today about the potluck, Johnny Moses info, all of that will be on our Facebook as well. so you won't forget.
So, Coyote, you've been around the Indian world quite a bit. You know, the Child Welfare Act. You were behind that Indian Child Welfare Act. You were behind that getting done, and even back when Buffy started out, there weren't a lot of people talking about our issues the way that she did, and she understood the big picture, just like John Trudell did. And what is Buffy kind of to you? What is she?
What I remember most about her was her actions when she was doing things, and her songs. Her songs were just something that would leave you hanging, you know. And we met a few people from her country, the Mi'kmaq people, and what I remember most about her was when she was with what was it called, the child's program on TV?
Sesame Street.
Sesame Street.
Yeah.
She worked with children. She was beautiful.
Oh,
with
I remember
children,
that, yes.
Because she could just carry the little kids around, just, you know. So that's what I remember most about her, because she was just so real, you know, on TV with kids and doing Sesame Street, you know. They had me watching Sesame Street.
I love it. Well, let's get back to some Buffy music.
Hi,
Coyote.
all, this is Kermit the Frog from KVMR FM, and we are going to listen to a little Buffy now.
Oh, that's half my gene pool.
Hold your head up, lift the top of your mind, put your eyes on the earth, lift your heart to your own home planet. What do you see? What is your attitude? Are you here to improve or damn it? Look right now, and you will see we're only here by the skin of our teeth, as it is. So take heart and take care of your link with life. The world go round, it's only temporary confusion. It ain't governments that make the people strong, it's the opposite illusion. Look right now, and you will see they're only here by the skin of their teeth, as it is. So take heart and take care of your link with life. Keep saying, and you will see we're only here by the skin of our teeth, as it is. So take heart and take care of your link with life. It's beautiful if you got the sense to take care of your source of perfection. Mother Nature, she's the daughter of God and the source of all protection. Look right now, and you will see she's only here by the skin of her teeth, as it is. So take heart and take care of your link with life. Oh, carry it
Hold on, Mama. We're about to plug you in. Hold. Do you need some hold music? Just imagine Mary Youngblood, and I'll put you on hold. Halito Buffy Sainte-Marie. Ayokpachi Dreamwalk, KVMR. Welcome to KVMR Dreamwalk, Buffy Sainte-Marie.
Thank you.
This is a fantastical treat for all of us. And we have somebody in studio with me who you may have come across years in the past, Skip Allen Smith, and he has a question for you that may ring a bell.
So, and the question is, how are the kids? I'm the one who asked you, what do you do when you're not being famous? And you said you chase goats. And I said, oh. So for the benefit of the listeners, I just thought, well, I'm going to ask her, how are the kids? No, I'm talking about the goats. Okay, so go ahead.
Yeah, it's true. I live in a farm in the middle of nowhere, way in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, and I live with a whole bunch of goats and a horse and a kitty cat and more chickens than I can count, and a whole bunch of uninvited wild pigs, but they show up anyway. So
we know how that is because we have lots of farms around here. But one of the things I was thinking about in reference to that too is that in your travels in Europe, I was thinking, I wonder while she was in England if she actually saw some suitable mates for her goats and had to import them here.
Well, no, but I did have a really nice time traveling through Wales with my band, and I looked out the van window one day, and here was a little valley and a big herd of little white ponies, and it was so beautiful.
Well, speaking of around the world, what is the reception towards your activism, sassiness, as well as being a Native American woman? How does that fare overseas? Are you looked at as an oddity or extra well-respected, or...
I think probably, as you said, extra well respected. We just came from. I started in Hawaii, and I kept going left all the way around the world in 3 weeks. We went Hawaii to Australia to Wales to Scotland, Ireland, England, New York, LA, and back to Hawaii. And I don't recommend it, but there's a lot of people out there, and as a matter of fact, I think they're probably a little bit more aware of me than in the United States, because they're abroad. I didn't go through any kind of blacklisting, but in the U.S. I was pretty much disappeared for a long time. So people of my own generation might remember songs like Universal Soldier and Until It's Time to Go, but other people will remember me because of Sesame Street or the Academy Award. So it's like every 10 years I have a group of people who remember me for some other kind of music. That's fun.
Now, Miss Buffy, speaking of that, I know people love your politically charged and your go-get-'em attitude, but I like the breakup songs like Bad End and Not the Loving Kind. Am I totally missing the point of Buffy Sainte-Marie fandom? Am I because I have listened to Not the Loving Kind probably 5 times a day for about 2 weeks now.
Oh, thanks. I like that one too. I really like it. And no, that's not like a subcategory of me. No, I've always written pop songs, rock songs, country songs, breakup songs, makeup songs, songs that have a lot of meaning, and songs that are just just for fun or dancing. But no, Not the Loving Kind. That's my favorite too. I'm glad you like that one.
Well, we interviewed Derek Miller last month, and I asked him, I said, do you like, the dubstep, the techno music? And he said, yes, and I didn't understand why. And then we sampled your new music, and here Buffy Sainte-Marie has got techno and remixed, and people around the studio were like, that's Buffy? Wow.
Yeah, I don't, it's funny, people seem to associate me with whatever their own favorite genre in high school was.
Sure.
So some people will associate me with one thing or something else. But electronic music, when I first started doing electronic music, it was about 1966. And, folk music, people just didn't know what to do with that at all. I made an album called Illuminations, and about 10 years ago, it was named one of the 100 albums that set the world on fire. But in its own time, people just held their noses and said, that doesn't sound like folk music. So I started with electronic music very early and basically went into film scoring because of it. And I used a Synclavier and a Fairlight. And eventually when the Macintosh computer came along, I was already used to it. So it was very, very easy for me. But it was really too early to be doing electronic music way back then. And I'm glad people are doing all kinds of music again, because they were in the 60s. And with the Internet, they are again. And there was a dark period in between where everything was just kind of one genre only, please. So.
Well, everyone in the industry wants to tell the artist what they're supposed to be doing so that they can market them.
Yeah.
No,
well, we have to understand that. I mean, in music or in Native American music or in any kind of music, musicians are not like that. But I think a lot of audiences don't understand that the music business is partly music and partly business. So, you have to get the music to people somehow, and the Internet is a big, big helper. But like with everything else, if businessmen smell money, you're going to get a lot of support back from them.
That's where I was leading. That's right. Yeah. That's where I was leading with that.
Yeah.
So is being outspoken worth all the trouble, Buffy? You're hard to market. You do whatever you want. You say what you want. You got yourself brown listed. I don't call it blacklisted. I call it brown listed.
Okay.
Is being outspoken Buffy Sainte-Marie worth the trouble?
I guess it is, but I don't look at it like that. It's just one more thing that I do, my songs are kind of like dreams, you go to bed at night and you don't know if you're going to have a dream or what it'll be about, and it might be about something real trivial, or it might be something real heartfelt, some kind of love thing, or it might be about the world itself. And if it's about the world, if it's about things that are, like social issues, like just the racketeering in the world today. Business is not business anymore. Now it's kind of racketeering, right? It's take as much as you can get and give back the least you can. If that's what you're addressing, then it's another kind of song. It's not just an easygoing love song. It's a song you want to work on. And as a songwriter who's good at writing something in 3.5 minutes that could change somebody's life forever, that's a pretty good feeling to have, but it's a little bit more like journalism than just simple moon, tune, spoon, make it rhyme, and make sure you can dance to it, which is also good.
And you could go 22 times back into the studio and say, yeah, but I just want to polish up this last little thing. It didn't sound right. And then you'll make it a year-long project, and then that's maybe not even fun anymore, and the spirit goes.
I don't know. I still enjoy it. I think because I was so early with electronic music and then real early also with computers, I enjoy both the inspirational part of catching a song, but I also enjoy editing it and making it better and better. That's a little bit more like architecture, and I kind of think it's fun. I've just have certain writing techniques in keeping the editor away while I'm still kind of dreaming the song. And I think most writers know how to do that. That's a good tip.
Would you have any of your lyrics on your headstone? And if you would, which ones? Which lyrics would you have engraved for all time above Buffy's head?
I mean, we're not predetermining this. We just want to know.
I just want to know.
Yeah.
Carry it on. Carry it on. Carry it on.
That's funny. We played that. We played that this morning.
We played it this morning.
You just?
Yeah.
I think the essence of that is keep on playing. As a natural musician, I always stick up for other natural musicians. And Chet Atkins was a good friend of mine. And one time somebody asked him if he could read music, and he said, "Not enough to hurt my playing."
Yes, I know that so well. That's absolutely true. Because you got to play the song, and it's got to be in the moment. I know what that is. We were going to tell you about. We wanted to tell you about what World Fest, and
you're going to be here in July.
And we know that there's no such thing as promoting a show too early.
Oh, please tell me all about it, because you know a lot more than I do. I know I'm coming, but
okay, we know this. We know Buffy Sainte-Marie is playing Thursday night. You're headlining. We know that John Trudell and Bad Dog is playing before you. We know that there is an Indian village that's going to be there for 4 days. We want to invite you to come hang out at.
Mm-hmm.
And besides that, I don't care. Miss Buffy Sainte-Marie, what the heck else is going on? I got my Indian Village. I got my rock wannabe. Oh, Miss Sainte-Marie, would you mind adopting a 35-year-old feisty half Choctaw girl whose parents might or may not still be alive? I mean, I'll just come over one holiday, just one. Maybe photoshopped in a few pictures. I'm not asking for much.
Well, you know what she looks like the members of your band, by the way. She is the female version of you, a hardcore, rockin', tattooed, studly, manly man band members. She is the female version of that, standing here with her tattoos and her earrings and saying, "Please, Buffy, adopt me. I could be such a good kid."
I would. I do chores.
Well, I guarantee we're going to make you dance.
But listen, it's women like Buffy Sainte-Marie and what she has done over the past 50 years that paved the way to allow me to be obnoxious and outspoken and,
That's right.
Secure. I don't feel limited in my gender or my race. It's hard
That's really
sometimes.
good.
It's hard and I get, walls, but I plow right through them. And it's because of women like you. So thank you.
Well, thank you. Right back at you. Just don't ever let it burn you out, because the idea is not to be loud and make a commotion. The idea is to be effective, what you're trying to do, and it's awful easy to get off that track. Just don't burn out. Get a good night's sleep. Have a bath now and then. Have some fun.
Well, I heard you on Democracy Now!, and at the end you mentioned alternative conflict resolution. What does that mean? Because again, I'm familiar with the school of nagging and getting louder until compliance is met, So what is that alternative conflict resolution?
Well, alternative conflict resolution is what Gandhi taught. It's what Jesus taught. It's what Martin Luther King taught. It's a nonviolent way of, I think that everybody ought to know, for in their home and families, for raising their kids, for dealing with their parents, for dealing with local governments, for thinking about the world itself, because it's just plain not taught these days in school. I mean, it has been from time to time, but when you think about it, we have 5 major, very heavily funded, serious colleges of war. But we don't have one college that actually teaches diplomacy and alternative conflict resolution.
Or peace.
And I think it's needed not only for the peace of the world, thanks, but also for the peace and harmony in our families. And, the war is not just something that's put on us by the racketeers that have been around since before the Old Testament. I mean, the war that we really have to deal with all the time is the war in the human heart. And we really do have to learn how to, we need to learn the techniques of making things turn out great for everybody and avoiding war.
I think it's solving the war of ignorance. That would be part of it.
Sometimes it is,
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah. But these are things that can be taught, but they're not being taught. So that's something I'm always kind of putting in the air. And some colleges have a few classes, but I wish we had some serious colleges dedicated to alternative conflict resolution.
What is an example of that? Like, because again, you say these words like alternative conflict resolution, and in my head, it's like, how do you dismantle a war machine and a corporation? With words. Like I'm from that generation that we had to keep pushing to stay present, and now that pushing, like you said, is getting nowhere. I'm going to burn out.
There's one book that will answer a lot of those questions real easy. It's a little teeny tiny book about 4 inches by 5 inches, and it's written by John Horgan, Horgan, like Morgan, but with an H, and it's called The End of War. And he points out that so many of us, we believe that either war is innate and part of the human condition, which it's not. War is a pretty recent invention. Or we think that, we have war because we have greedy bankers. No, you can have greedy bankers all over the place and not have war. Or we have war because of male aggression. No, you can have male aggression without having war. So war is like a choice. And there are a lot of very simple background techniques that people can do just in their everyday life that add up to using your head to solve problems instead of just fight over them. Because war really is a racket. if you go to my website, under Universal Soldier, I think there's still a paper that I wrote about. It's a poem called The War Racket. Explains how I feel about it. But John Horgan's End of War will really teach people a lot in a very quick time.
We don't ask fluffy, superfluous, superficial questions around here. I want to know what pisses you off.
Yeah, what's like a wet cat backwards?
What's really, really ticking you off right now about what's going on? Or maybe we shouldn't go to that. What's making you super happy? Which one of those? Pick one of those questions.
It's interesting because the answer to that is almost both sides of that little question that you just asked.
Good. That's why I did it that way. Yeah.
You're so smart. What I think is very interesting right now, a lot of people are scared and angry right now, but they're scared and angry about things that have been going on for years, and they're just seeing it for the first time. So as a person in show business who gets to travel all over the world, and I've done so for 50 years, I get to see a lot of the world and a lot of different perspectives. I can tell you that I'm happier right now because we're getting to a more transparent place where more people can see the big racket for what it is.
Ah, wonderful.
Whether it's the merchants that you mentioned, or whether it's people who are profiteering on war and keeping the rest of us frightened and broke. But because I think that it's better now than it was last week before so many people knew about it.
Sure,
it's frightening right now, but now is a time when we need the skills not to panic and not to go up against somebody who's going to outgun us in one way or another, out-lawyer us, outgun us, out-finance us. No, we have to be using our heads and developing the skills and the protections that keep us able to keep the boat afloat while other people are jumping up and down and shooting at each other. You've got to be able to take care of yourself. Don't get outgunned. Violence is not going to work. No, you will be out-violenced.
Yes.
So I was going to ask you, where does change start? But I'm getting the impression that change starts within our own hearts and our own self. And you mentioned again on the Democracy Now! That people are starting to wake up and quote unquote, we're all ripening in our own time. So I want to know, what is your secret to ripening so well? Is it some ancient Hawaiian voodoo face cream? Is it the right prayers? Is it playing guitar 20 minutes a day? Help me.
And you're still gorgeous. So
it's freaking me out.
It's obviously good genes. So let's go from there.
What size are they, huh? Bump.
Oh, thank you. I think my jeans are size 4.
That's one of my legs.
Oh my God, that's right.
I don't use the face creams and things. I do a couple of things. One of them you're definitely not going to want to do, but I'll tell you anyway, and that's ballet, which is kind of like joining the Navy,
Yeah,
but I do ballet. And just ballet and flamenco, just privately for the fun of it, because I like it. No, I'm really active.
Of course, Buffy Sainte-Marie does flamenco for the fun of it.
Yeah,
of course she does.
That sounds like torture. That sounds like torture.
And another thing. I don't drink. I'm a teetotaler all my life, and I only know a few other people who are teetotalers. Ewan McGregor, the actor, and Randy Bachman, the guitar player.
Okay, this is getting boring now. I'm going home. See? You don't drink, I'm done.
I'm on board.
You're on board. Yeah, but you know, 50% of all natives in this country are either pre-diabetic or will become full-blown diabetics in their lifetime. And that's one of the issues we've been dealing with around here. And so just in relation to that, I think the not drinking is probably a very wise move. But in relation to that, have you or have close friends that are suffering from this disease, and are they suffering because of alcohol abuse or any of the things that may be predetermined for them? And what are your thoughts about that in reference to the teetotaling?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I have friends with all kinds, all kinds of health problems, and really the biggest health problem is poverty.
Yeah,
and the genocide that's been laid on indigenous people throughout the world since the time of what we call discovery.
Yeah,
that was during the Inquisition. Yes. That was during the Inquisition, but people don't usually point that out. So, and that in one generation in North America, taste. We went from a diet of, buffalo stew and fresh vegetables and fruit to a diet of bologna sandwiches and Kool-Aid. I mean, that's what happened to us.
Don't forget the
But
Cheetos.
it happened around the world, though. See, it didn't only happen to American Indian people. It happened to indigenous people in Norway, Sweden, Finland. It happened in Australia. It happened in New Zealand. It happened because of colonialism. And colonialism is, in my view, both a disease and a sin. And I don't know whether you're aware of the doctrine of discovery. The doctrine of discovery was it was started during the Inquisition, and most people don't put it together. The discovery of American Indian people was done during the Inquisition, when white people were doing terrible, terrible, terrible things for an 800-year period. From 1100 to the 20th century, the Inquisition was being run, and during the early 1500s, as a matter of fact, in 1493, just before then, there was a papal decree from Pope Alexander that said, in terms of exploration and discovery, if an explorer discovers a land that's already owned by Christians, hands off. But if it is not owned by Christians, the land becomes yours, and the people are to be enslaved or killed if they will not convert.
I call Christian. Leave me alone. I'm Christian. Thank you.
It was written into the laws of Spain, Portugal, Holland, France, and England. Sure. And it's still in United States law and Canadian law and Australian law. It's still there. So that kind of law has perpetuated the kind of genocide that results in today's poverty, and diabetes and tuberculosis. I mean, tuberculosis was deliberately, Indian kids were deliberately infected with tuberculosis
and chickenpox
throughout the 1900s.
Yeah.
So it's not a happy history, but it's better now because more and more people understand what it was that got indigenous people, and therefore a lot more of us are going forward to Pope Francis, hoping that he'll turn the doctrine of discovery around. So see, there's a good side to finding out unhappy things. Yeah. So that's kind of what Carry It On is about too.
Well, the last time we spoke, I said one of my dreams was to get you, John Trudell, and Joan Baez into the same room and all discuss how we're going to solve the world's problems. Now, at the World Fest, I got 2/3 of that already happening. JT's going to be there. Our friend John's going to be there, and you're going to be there. And I got Joan's cell phone number. What do you think?
Look, I know Skip is convinced that getting you guys together, you will solve the world's problems, but I think that getting you guys together, you will find more problems.
Things we haven't even talked about yet.
That could go either way.
Okay.
But Buffy Sainte-Marie, what advice would you give for any up-and-coming Native artists? Like, I know you took little Derek Miller under your wing and made him the monster he is now, so...
Talent had a whole lot to do with Derek.
Okay.
He's really, really talented.
Is he really, really single?
What's that?
Yeah, he is.
I said, is he really, really single?
Oh, I see.
Yes, he is.
That's cool. Tell him to call me back.
Derek played on two of my of the songs on Power in the Blood. He played on Farm in the Middle of Nowhere, and he also sang backup with me on Sing Our Own Song.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we knew that because we were reading some of the credits. But you know what Derek does? Yeah. He does redneck road rage racing. What's his thing?
Four-wheeling
dirt road racing or something. Did you know that about Derek?
Yeah.
You did?
Oh, sure.
He says,
He's not doing so much of that now.
He says, I'm nothing but a redneck race car driver. What? What are you talking? What's that funny?
Yeah. I just wanted to throw a bouquet to John, who's one of my favorite people in the entire world on any level. I mean, John Trudell is one of the most brilliant people in the world today, and I just cannot wait to see him and hear him again. I just adore him. The advice that I give to any creative person is create. I mean, don't wait for the money. Don't wait for a record company to come along. You'll wait forever. If they smell money on you because you're good at what you do, don't worry, they'll come. So for me, it's not about careerism so much as it's about actually, if you love to write and you love to play and you love to sing and you love to make songs and you love to be with people, then that's what you do. And really the intrinsic reward of that will keep you going for years and years of big smiles, no matter what you're writing about. And it's not about the audiences, but they will come if you're putting it out there.
If you play, they will come.
That's right. Yeah.
Keep on playing.
Right? Play it on. Well, I would like to ask you, what is one question you wish someone would ask you in an interview? Like, what point are we just totally missing on the Buffy Sainte-Marie train?
I like Skip's question about my goats. That was a good one. Nobody ever asked me that. Hell of a kid. But what did you ask me about? How many pets in my bed at night?
Yeah, that's
How
right.
many pets do you sleep with at night?
That's right. Do the pets rule your house or what?
No, just my kitty and my sweetheart.
See,
That's all.
My kitty, yes. My kitty owns my whole house. There's fur everywhere.
Oh, you're doing something right. I just love kitties.
Does your kitty bring you a little gift every morning, like dropping it at the front step and saying, "Look, Mom, look what I brought"?
Every now and then. Yeah, and I'm a real animal lover. I love them all. I never met an animal I didn't like.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
And that's what the kitty, boom. And that's what the kitty's doing. The kitty's showing its love by bringing home something to Mama.
That's it.
Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, we should World Fest one more time or we're all going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
Buffy Sainte-Marie headlining World Fest opening day, July 16th in the evening, I guess around 9, I heard, or 7, or who knows. Buffy, thank you so much for staying with us today. And the website, Buffy Sainte-Marie's amazing, super awesome, 50-year in the career goddess.com. Is that your website?
If you say so.
And I really like that transparent floaty thing that goes on the screen over and above your portrait. It's really cool. I like that floaty lettering thing that goes on at your website. And you get that great portrait.
Oh, good. But enjoy it. Thanks, Skip, and thanks, Jennifer. It's really nice to talk to you. I'm glad we finally got through. That wasn't easy, was it?
Yakoke Buffy Sainte-Marie.
Thank you so much for taking some time.
I'm going to hug you and never let go.
Well, we'll try to do some of those songs we've been talking about at the concert. We'll be doing Power in the Blood and Farm in the Middle of Nowhere.
Yes.
Generation. And
Not the Loving Kind. Not the Loving Kind.
And you know,
I promise you we'll do Not the Loving Kind just for you. I promise.
And Jennifer,
Thanks.
she wants to. She's hasn't been up close and personal with your band members yet, but she's salivating right here at the microphone now.
I have a
thinking
crush.
about
I want to marry Derek Miller or Stevie Salas.
Oh, I see.
I am patiently waiting for one of them.
I see. Well,
and Derek seems like an easy catch. Like it seems like if like a few kung fu movies and like a pizza with Derek, he's yours.
I see.
Stevie seems like he's going to be deep. Yeah, tell him. He's got my number. He's got my number, girl. All right, Buffy. Thanks again. We love you so much.
Okay, thanks a million. You have a great day. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
The 19th annual California World Fest is on the way, and KVMR will be at the Nevada County Fairgrounds to bring you it for, yes, the 19th consecutive year. Thursday through Sunday, July 16th to the 19th. It's a festival that has grown up with our live broadcast, and this year we're proud to welcome folks like Buffy Sainte-Marie, Rocky Dewani, Beats Antique, Makana, the Cindy Williams, Birds of Chicago, Emmy Sunshine, and even the legendary Richard Thompson. Plus many others from all over the world and some from our own backyard. It's a world of music under the cool, tall pines of the Sierra foothills, featuring 8 stages of music, camping with family and friends, workshops, international food and crafts, children's program, and more. More information on the festival available at worldfest.net and the centerforthearts.org, including a special Thursday ticket offer for Nevada County residents. That's California World Fest, July 16th through the 19th. Now a Center for the Arts production with media support and lovingly broadcast by KVMR.
This is KVMR FM Nevada City. We are back. That was a lot of fun. Thanks for putting that together, Miss Jeff.
Thanks, Pa.
A lot of fun.
It was good times.
Okay, so the Nevada County Historical Society presents Kathleen Smith, genealogist, historian, and author On Thursday, July the 16th, 7 to 9 p.m. at the Madeline Helling Library in Nevada City, Ms. Smith will introduce a new volume of images of mining in Yuba County and will speak about early mining efforts. Visit NevadaCountyHistory.org. And the Banner Grange Swap Meet takes place every second Saturday, starting July the 11th at the Grange, located at 12629 McCourtney Road in Grass Valley. Vendor check-in start at 7:30 a.m. and the public is welcome beginning at 8:30. Phone number 5302-738-474. And good morning.
Say, the one I love, he loves me. He loves me. It's a beautiful day where I come from. Top of the world, nowhere down. I found another and I settled down in the one I love. He loves me. He loves me. Sunshine shining in my heart. Dream, look at the night. And sweet old brown eyes hold me tight. And the one I love, he loves me. He loves me. I'm the end of the rainbow in my backyard. Sweet old brown eyes hold me tight. And the one I love, he loves me. He loves me. Ooh, que se puede I know how. We can grow beans, we can grow corn, we can grow smiles in the happy morning. And the one I love, he loves me. He loves me. Lay me down in green pastures for my soul. I live on a farm in the middle of the folk where in the country you could say the one I love, he loves me. He loves me. Ooh, end of the rainbow where I come from. Oh, I'm in the middle of nowhere
And that is how you do Buffy Sainte-Marie. Do you know that, Michael Ben?
I'm all ears. All ears with headphones.
You're all rears. So who do we have with us on mic 4 and 5?
Okay, Jennifer hasn't been doing Dreamwalk for years, but we have...
It's been 3 years.
Well, she hasn't covered this part. That was almost a parental...
It was.
You almost got some parental guidance there.
Seriously.
I'm going to let it go.
Just because I don't jump on your campaigns.
Yeah.
Suddenly...
It's not my campaign. I have a big following.
I just got off an interview with Buffy Sainte-Marie and you're telling me?
Yeah, I'm pulling you... I'm helping you ground again because the high things, they don't last.
Oh, no, I ain't never
I'm
coming
going to
down.
keep it real for you. That's what a dad does. It keeps it real for their babies.
My precious manicured feet live in the air now. All right, let's get... No, okay. So, yes, what is this? It's probably good, deep activism, world-benefiting stuff that, yes, goes over my head. So carry on. Please.
Okay. From time to time on Dreamwalk, we talk about mining toxics, we talk about clean water, we talk about our river, we talk about our forests, and there is something. We got Elizabeth Martin coming in the next few weeks, and I want her to give us an update on cleaning up our mining toxics in our rivers and our lands, and another group that has an eye on our precious, beautiful Yuba River. There's some good, important things happening. So I wanted you guys to come in and let people know what is cooking and what you need. So speak now. Introduce yourself. Sorry.
All right. Hi, my name's Jen Tamo. I'm from the South Yuba River Citizens League, and I'll let Kelsey introduce herself.
I'm Kelsey Westfall. I'm an AmeriCorps member at the Sierra Fund under Izzy Martin. And we're here today to talk about a really awesome volunteer effort that is happening this Saturday, July 11th, that does have to do with mining toxins and their impact on our watershed. It's been a beautiful summer. We have a lot of people going out to our lakes and rivers and reservoirs and fishing. And some of those folks are going to be eating what they catch and feeding that to their families. And our volunteer effort is to post state-issued fish consumption advisories at local lakes and reservoirs to let anglers know what the best choices are for eating and feeding their families the fish they catch from these water bodies. And to just give a little bit of background for this project, the mercury that's in our watershed today is a vestige of legacy mining in the area, and it's left over from 150 years ago when mercury was brought up to this region from the coastal ranges for use in gold processing. And mercury was a hot item, and no one really wanted to let it go. And despite efforts to reuse and recycle the mercury, about 10 to 30% of the 26 million pounds of mercury that was brought to this region was lost to the watershed and remains entrained in our ecosystems. And the main pathway for human exposure to mercury is through sport fish consumption. So our effort to post these fish consumption advisories is to let people know that there is mercury in the region and that there are certain health effects that can be associated with consuming fish that live in mercury contaminated water bodies. So I'll pass it over to Jen to talk about our event this Saturday.
Absolutely. So we are going to be posting an advisory issued by the Office of Environmental Health Hazard Assessment. And right now, this advisory lives on the internet. It's kind of buried on a state agency's website, and not a lot of people have access to this. So what we're trying to do is get the word out. We are going to be posting this advisory at our high priority sites. We have several places that we're going throughout the watershed. It's going to be a really fun day. We're going to be in the Gold Lakes Basin. We're going to be at Rollins Reservoir. We're going to be at Scotts Flat, up by the Grouse Ridge area. We're going to be in the Bear and Yuba watershed, and we're going to have teams of volunteers going out, posting these at all the lakes and reservoirs. We're going to have free lunch, and we're going to have an ice cream sundae party to celebrate afterward. We're meeting at the Seaman's Lodge at 9, and I just ask if you guys are interested in getting on board in this project, get in contact with me or sign up online. And you can do that by going to yubariver.org and registering to volunteer.
And we will put a copy of all of that on our Dreamwalk Kvmr Facebook in case people miss it. So I want to thank you, ladies. We are always running out of time here. Everybody just talks too much, huh? So yes, it'll be on Facebook. Repeat a phone number one more time.
265-5961, extension 201.
Awesome.
Okay, and for the 11 o'clock hour, we would like to thank HBE Rentals, offering equipment rentals for home and business projects. Renting conserves resources, and newer equipment produces less emissions, less consumption, and more production. Hanson Brothers has locations in Grass Valley and Colfax. Details online at gohbe.com. And the Nevada County Fair is now accepting exhibit entries for the 2015 fair. Folks who make it, bake it, grow it, or show it can pick up entry forms at the fair office online. Deadline for entry forms is July the 24th. Categories and details are at nevadacountyfair.com. And my Fit Culture Studio, working with clientele desiring to improve flexibility, strengthen bone density, balance and coordination, and reduce pain. Scheduling private or group classes instructed by fitness professionals committed to client success. Also offering monthly weight loss programs and nutrition education. Information online at fitculturestudio.com. And we're getting near the end here, and want to thank you for listening. And do you have anything else to say, Jeff?
Gonna sneak in a little bit more music here, so let's do it.
Live your life, know about your right. If you got 3 women, there's got to be 5. I don't know, baby, what goes on in my mind. My mother often said,
Daddy-O.
What-io.
And guests.
And guess what?
Guess what?
We
gotta
go.
Well, I left my broke down pickup down the road, and I'm coffee reservation about tonight. Well, I live my life from day to day, yeah, hand to mouth, the only way.